Hi there, welcome to Unity Insights, a dedicated channel for beginners focused on teaching Unity. For our new viewers, myself Somnath Chowdhury and I'm a professional Unity developer. In today's video, we'll discuss about Unity UI's toggle and slider. If you are interested to know about Unity TextMesh Pro input field, then a complete video is available, where I have explained the properties and demoed different content types. Do check it out. Toggle and slider are very useful UI components. Toggle, which can be used like a checkbox in places where user need to tick mark some fields like terms and conditions or marketing newsletters, etc. Or toggle can be used like a radio button where user need to select any one option. A slider can be used to control volume up or down, control light intensity, etc. Or it can be used to select an option between two, like yes or no, on and off, etc. So, in today's session, we'll discuss about how to create a new toggle, resize toggle, explore toggle properties, how to create a slider and explore slider properties. So, let's jump into the Unity editor and let's see these practically. Unlike other UI element, a toggle can be created right-clicking in the hierarchy, go to UI and select toggle. Automatically a canvas or event system will generate. So in this toggle there are components like rect transform and toggle. Let me reset the position of this toggle. Now inside this toggle there are few other game objects. One is background, where you can see it. Here is the background. If you disable it, you can see which object it is. Inside background, there is an object called checkmark, which is the tick mark here. Right? If you disable, you will get to know. And below that, there is a object called label, where you can give whatever name you want. Now the toggle is looking really small here. So to resize, what you can do, there are two ways we can try that. Okay. First, we'll try to resize inside components, right? For example, here I want to make it as 300 as width and height around 80 something. So now you can see the toggle size is same, but the area has increased. Now this background I'll select and I'll try to make it 80 by 80. Okay, and then I'll select at the top left position so that it comes here, and similar thing we'll do for our checkbox, 80 and again 80. Okay, so this is one way. And the label, what we'll do, so label starts from here, you can see the green line here. So label, first we'll change the name, or maybe we can just try putting it 90 somewhere. So now 90 looks good here. And now we'll change the font size. Okay, and we'll try to make it center aligned. So this is one way you can increase the toggle size. Another way would be, let me create one more toggle quickly. One more toggle here, and we'll try to pull it up. Okay, that's fine. Now another way would be to scaling the toggle. Let's say we try to make it 4 by 4 something. Okay, that's really big here. And what we can do, but the problem is here you can see the toggle, whatever text is there, it is very blurry, right? So what we can do, we can just hide it and we can use TextMesh Pro text inside this, and we can try this height around probably 20 something. I think 20 fits nicely, and the width around 100. Okay, and what we can do, the font size probably 14 something. Let's see, toggle toggle here. Now what we can do, we can just left align this and then push it to probably 23 something. Okay, now our second toggle also looks fine. Let me reduce the size, because you can see so much extra white space is there that we don't want as of now. So we can reduce the size to 100. like this. So now you can see there are two different type of toggles. Okay, one where we have changed the components inside, resized the components inside, and second one we have this scaled up our toggle. Now let's try to understand the properties of this toggle. The first property comes interactable, where it makes it non-interactive if we make it disable, right? So this is interactivity. And the second thing comes, this is all about the color, or like how the transition should be, either color or sprite or animation. Okay, there are these options. Next comes on. Okay, that means that checkbox is on, and if you disable it, the checkbox will be disappeared. Okay, and the fade option comes. So let me play it so that we can understand. Okay, now you can notice here this, whenever I'm toggling it, that on is disabling and enabling, right? The checkbox, and this is fading. You can see a little fade effect. Okay, now if I make it none, there won't be any fade effect. It will just appear and disappear. So that is what fade effect is for. And the next option property is graphics, which shows like which object to change, like this checkbox. We are toggling the checkbox. If you want, you can change the item also. Let's say if I want to change the background to something else, probably some kind of circle, let's say this one, and it's looking fine. Let me try to make it black, and inside checkbox what I'll try to select this one. Okay, and I'll make the checkbox little more small, probably 15 by 15 something, and I'll change the color to black. Okay, so this is also the same way to work, right? Like this. Okay, so this is how you can change the image as well. Now there is a property called group. So what we can do for group, so among, if you have like a radio button type, like if user has to select any one of those, so for that we can use that. Okay, so let me try hiding this one. Let me hide this one first and duplicate this 3 times. Let me give it a position, and we'll change the name level to something else. Let's say option 1. Next one we'll put option 2. Right, let me copy the same thing, paste it here and change it to 2, and the third one we'll put option 3. Okay, it's not coming because this text box are enabled. Let me disable it, and why it is not coming? Okay, so there was a problem with the font, so that font was not taking 2, so I changed it to fan cake. So let me try changing it to fan cake, this one as well. So different font I'm using, so we'll do the same for the first one as well. So all 3 have the same option. Okay, now we'll try creating a group. So we'll try create empty, and we'll put a name toggle group, for example, and in this we'll add a component called toggle group. Okay, and we'll push all of this inside this group. So allow switch off, we'll turn it on, because then only it will toggle between all of this. So let's see what happens whenever you play it. Okay, so as of now nothing happens. So what we can do, by default we'll make it off. Why it is behaving differently, by the way? Okay, for all of this we need to assign this toggle group. My bad. So we need to assign the toggle group inside this. Now let's see what it does. Let's play once again. So by default it should turn off everything. Okay, Now you can select any one of this. Okay. So this is how you can utilize the toggle group, so that if you have multiple options where user need to select any one, you can use toggle group for that. Now you can turn it on, doesn't matter for all of this. Okay, so I don't know, there is some kind of maybe glitch, so that it's not turning on though my value is on. Okay, so I think any one will be on. If you turn it on also, other two will be turned off. So that's how toggle group works. Okay, any one among this will be enabled. Now we'll see how to create a slider. For that, again we'll right click on the canvas, go under UI, and then we'll select slider. It is coming in the center, so let me drag it down a little bit, somewhere here, and let me pull it up, my options little up. Little up. Now to increase the slider size, you can change the scale. Now you can see it is changed. Now it is looking bigger. And here you get the property again, rect transform, to give the position, width and height, and you get a slider component where it is same. So first let me go inside and see what all are there. There we have a background. Okay, let me turn it off so that you can understand. This is the background, this is the fill area. Okay, and there is a handle. So fill area, let me hide handle so that we can see fill area. So now you can see there is 4 anchor point. So this is your fill area, and there is a small circle, right? So that is your fill area. So whenever you are dragging your handle, this fill area will keep filling. And there is an object called handler, and inside that there is a handle which is like this circle. Okay, now let me go and explain the properties here. So here we have a fill rect where we have a reference for fill area, and we have a handle reference, and there is a direction. So you get 4 directions: left to right, right to left, bottom to top, and top to bottom. So select any of these, automatically your slider will change, right? Like this. So as of now we'll work on left to right, and there is a minimum value. What's the minimum value should be, what the maximum value should be, right? And there's a whole number. That means if you enable it, the value should be 0, minimum and maximum. Okay, so if you make it like suppose 10, here the maximum value, then each time you slide, you can see 1 it's changing the value. Okay, and if you disable it, now you can see this is the fraction, decimal value you are getting. So this is the difference. Let me reset it. Now for this, what we can do, we can create a empty object first. Okay, let me reset the position, and we'll name it as audio something. Okay, and we'll add here our audio source. Audio source will add. What we'll do, through script we'll try to change the volume. Okay, whenever we are sliding this value, we'll try to change the volume. Okay, as of now we'll make it 0, and whenever we change the slider, the value should change. So for that we have to write a script. So let's see, we have already a script called UI manager. We'll utilize that only. For any UI related stuff, you need to use using Unity engine.ui. Okay, now you can add the public slider, then we'll call it slider. We'll give a direct reference, and on value change we need a audio source as well. So public audio source, audio AUDIO, okay, audio, and write a public function, public void update, let's say value. Okay, this will try, and now this audio, we'll paste it here, dot volume is equals to slider dot value. Okay, we have written our script. Let's go back to Unity. Let it compile. It's done now. Now we'll select our slider. This on value change, we'll add it. Okay, and we have to add one more game object for our script. So let's add script. Okay, let's reset it, and we'll drag and drop the UI manager. Now asking two reference, one for slider. We'll drag and drop the slider, and another is audio source. We have an audio source here. Okay, and under now in slider, we'll drag and drop our script, and we'll select UI manager and then update value. Okay, so by default value is 0. Here my audio value is 0. Now let's see while playing what happens. As of now I don't have any audio. It's just to change the value property. So if I'm changing here slider, now you can see here that value is updating. Right? Great. This is how it should work. Okay, this is one slider. We'll try creating one more slider, and let me now give it a proper position. Let's make it like 50 or something, or probably 40, and height is 20. That's fine. And inside the background, what I'll do, I'll change the background. We'll try to make it here, and the bottom anchor toward the right. So it is 0 1. That means make it 0 0 so that it fills. And we'll try to make it red color. That means it is in offset state. Inside fill, there's a fill object. Let me hide this so that we can just fill it. And the fill area, that also will change it to 0 and 1 here, so that it fills, goes completely. And here we'll change the value 0 0, stretched nicely. Okay, and we'll give the value somewhere green here. Okay, so and here we'll turn it on. Now this is my fill area. Here also I'll try to change my UI sprite to somewhere this UI sprite. Okay, that's good. So let me see how it's looking. Okay, it's coming little less. Okay, it's because my slider is not, so I need to enable the whole number so that it will go between 0 on and 1. That means on and off we are trying to do here. Let's play once again. Select this side, that side. Yeah. Good. So we are good with this value. So this is how we can utilize slider. Now your design is up to you, like how exactly you want to design. Let's say if you want to create a UI image here, let's make it like full stretch. Okay, and we'll use some other sprite. Rounded corner, we'll put a little up. So let's make it round figure 20, and this is also 20. Okay, and left side we'll try giving -5, right side -5, and make it as black color. So what we'll do, whenever we are sliding, we'll show the value here. That's what we are trying to do. Okay, so we can try one more image inside, just to show a triangle within that. Again we'll do full stretch there, and this time I'll use some kind of like triangle. Okay, let's try this one, this triangle, and we'll try to rotate it toward -90. Okay, that's fine as of now. And what we can do, we can make it full black, and from top we can put -5, let's say 10. Which side I should reduce? let's use this anchor value. In that case, first let me put it little more up, somewhere here, and then this image little down. That's fine. We just wanted to show here, like this is where we'll show our value. Okay, and now what we'll do, inside this image again we'll try one, adding a text. Okay, and this text again I'll stretch it fully, and okay, now it is here within this rectangle, and I'll enable the overflow. I'll make it probably center. First I'll reduce the size to somewhere 12, okay, because I don't want to show, okay, region center, and we'll make it auto size. My auto size is going so big. Okay, let's see if I put 1. Okay, I'll make it center lined. Let's see how it works. Okay, now we'll take a reference of this. We'll open our UI. Now we need a public. Before that, I need to add the TextMesh Pro, TM-PRO, using TM Pro, and now public what you call TextMesh Pro UI, which is value text. Okay, so on slider mode, so again I'll create a public void slider value. We already have this audio value right here. We'll use this one only. So value text dot text is equals to what you call, whatever this slider value, we'll show it here. Value, what it takes, okay, it's a float, so we have to make it to string. Okay, if the value is some other form, like for this, in this case it is in float, and we have to make it to string to make it string. Okay, so now let's go back to our Unity and let it compile. Then script, we'll drag and drop this here, and let's see what happens. By default value it should be okay. By default we kept it 1. Okay, but whenever we are changing, you can see the value is updating, right? So this kind of design is up to you, how exactly you want. This is one option. Another, like if you want some kind of text here, for example, we want to keep a text here, UI TextMesh Pro. Okay, and here what we'll do, let's double click it, make it full stretch. Okay, alt, let it be disabled. Okay, now my font size I want to make it around 14, and I'll move it toward my right so that I can show there's an on and off, right, value. So whenever it is off state, let's put FF. Okay, whenever it is on state, we'll just put N. So that's what we are planning to do. So again we need to take a reference for this. Let's go again, value text and on off text, whatever you want you can keep. And now we need to create again public function. So we'll duplicate this, update on off. Okay, that's what we are keeping. And now here on off TextMesh Pro, okay, this text dot text. Now we have to take a slider value, right? So we'll put if value is equals to 1, then we want to show n. So inside quote we'll just put n. Okay, else if this again slider value, if it is 0, because this value will be between 0 and 1, because we have kept the value between 0 and 1. Okay, let's paste it and we'll put it ff. Right? And now again one more thing, this dot color, we'll change the color to color dot green something. Okay, so whenever it is on it should be green, and whenever it is off, same thing, we'll copy and here paste, we'll put it in red something. Okay, so our method is done. Now let Unity compile the script, and then we'll select the slider on value change. We have update value, but we don't want update value, we want update on off for this slider, right? Yeah, correct. So by default value is off, so which is 0, and the maximum value is 1, so that means 0 and 1 it will toggle. So let's see one more thing. Okay, text, here we need to assign the text, right here on off that text. I think now we are good to go. Let's play. Now let's see if it is on. Okay, it's not updating. And what's the reason for that? Update on off, it's slider. Okay, we need to take another slider, on off slider probably. Okay, and we need to put on off slider, not slider, because we forgot to take the reference for this another slider. So another slider will come here, and we'll drag and drop the slider here. Let's play once again. Let's see this time if it is happening. Now you can see it is n. Okay, why the on? Okay, instead of else if, we can just put my bad. Again, value should be 0, right? If the of value should be 0. My bad. Okay, so by default what we are doing, on and off. Let's once more we'll try. Okay, it's playing, it's on off. Okay, that's good, you can see it here. So this is how, this is like extra thing. However you want, you can design your slider, and you can play around with the values. To get the value about toggle group or a single toggle, what we can do, let me try opening this toggle and rename the label as maybe marketing. Okay, there is a block here. Let me see. I think it is not. Okay, something marketing, or we can change it to T and C, something terms and conditions, and by default value we'll keep it off. Okay, so we'll keep it off, and we have a toggle. So let's go back to our script. So we need a reference for 2, 1, a single toggle, so will be a toggle single toggle, and another will take a list of toggle. Okay, so list of toggle, which is, we can put toggle list. Okay, we give a direct reference in the editor. So single toggle, it's for the TNC, and toggle list is for these 3 options. Okay, so now we'll write 2 more methods. One public void single toggle update. Okay, for single toggle, if what do you call it, that name is single toggle, you copy, we'll paste it here, and we'll take the value is on, right? So single toggle, if it is on, so we can print something, print TNC accepted or something, TNC selected. Else we'll write TNC not selected if we don't select that. Okay, TNC not selected. And we'll write one more method for our group toggle. So this is a single toggle. Now we'll write method for our group toggle, and here instead of doing this we need to loop through our list. Okay, so we have a toggle list, so we'll write a for each loop, and there we'll put toggle in toggle list. Okay, so we'll find a single toggle from this toggle list, and then if toggle dot is on, then we'll return the name. Okay, so we'll write print toggle dot name, and then we'll write extra information like is selected, and we'll close it. Okay, so now we have a single toggle and we have a group toggle. Now we need to give a reference to our script. So we'll select the script. Let's give the single toggle first. So this is our single toggle here, and we need a group of list of toggle which is inside this 3 option. So I have renamed it. So option 1, option 2, option 3. Okay. So now we need to drag and drop. So before that I lock it, lock the inspector, and then select all 3 of these and drag and drop above this toggle list. So all 3 will come one by one. Okay. Now we need to assign the methods. So in toggle, let me then unlock this. We need to assign it. So let's go back, drag and drop the script here. Under UI manager should be single toggle, and then all of 3 will add the onValue change, and we'll drag and drop the script game object. Under UI manager we'll select I think group toggle is the name. Okay, group toggle, that's correct. Okay, I think we are good to go. So let's open our console and see what toggle returns. So as of now, it's single toggle. If we click, it's showing TNC selected. If again I deselect, single toggle, I mean TNC not selected, which is correct, whatever we are wanted to print. And for this group, so it should return anyone, right? So if I select option 2, so option 2 is selected, option 3 is selected, option 1 and option 1 is selected. Great. So this is how you can use your script to get the value from a toggle, and you can use that value for anything. Thank you for your time and patience. Hopefully you got some insights about toggle and slider component, and I am able to explain the properties and show how to write simple script to get values from single toggle or toggle list. Also, how to show different effect for your slider and use slider value to update other components value like audio. Now based on your requirement, you can write your own logic. For any doubt or question, please comment down below or send me your query via email, which is displaying on the screen. Feel free to book a one-on-one discovery call if you need any guidance or mentorship. The link is displaying on the screen as well as mentioned in the description. Until next time, keep learning.